because you're here.
It's such a big undertaking to take on these 3 movies at once. But I know earlier this year, Charles Melton was talking about how Riverdale was a film school for him. And we've also seen other of your cast members absolutely killing it. You've got these films. Camilla's got her Prime Video rom-coms. Like, did that the case for you? Did it really help you set up for this kind of role?
Beyond. I think like what Charles said was a perfect, soundbite to how we all felt and how I feel of Riverdale was acting boot camp. It was like every day you were thrown into an insane circumstance that you had to ground within your own character's, kind of set of rules. And it was constant. They were constantly throwing stuff at you. The days were long. I mean, like it was just, there couldn't have been, I think, a better first kind of big experience for most of us than that.
Yeah, and you had these 3 films. You were filming back to back, and Rennie's been talking about how one day you'll be filming chapter 1, another day you'll be in the afternoon chapter 2. How for you? How tricky was it to keep Maya's kind of mental state and where she would be at that time in line? Like, because it baffles me to imagine.
It was
to do that
look,
switch.
It was very tricky. I'm a big note taker, so I had like this giant kind of Bible of my character for every scene, like kind of a walkthrough of like this is what just happened that I wrote like a week before we started shooting. I also was really immersed in the script. Like I helped them write the script. So I feel like that really helped me really know where I'm at. And then also it all takes place in 5 days, all 3 films. So you're kind of looking at it like one long film, made it feel like I could kind of lock in wherever I needed to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. And as with the first film with Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, you need to care about Maya and Ryan. So how did you build that chemistry with Froy on set? Because obviously it's such an intense thing. Did you have much preparation time to like build out their relationship?
The beautiful thing about our beautiful Froy is that anybody could have chemistry with Froy. Like he is just so charming. I can't speak highly enough of him. So it was very easy, but we were also very lucky. I came about 2 weeks before we started shooting, and he came a week before we started shooting. So we spent tons of time together. It's really important to feel like authentically connected, I think, for like it to resent or to kind of show on camera. And we really spent time doing that. But he's also just like a very charming individual and very easy to get along with.
But it does come across that way. You can see that about him. It's just charismatic for sure. I really liked in this that there are these subtler scares where you'll just suddenly notice a stranger, especially the piano scene comes back to mind. I don't think Moonlight Sonata is the song I'd be playing if I was scared in a cabin tonight. But for you, were there any moments on set where they kind of like tried to trick you and get like a organic kind of response, just spotting a stranger out in the corner?
I mean, the nice thing of being a producer on these films is that I knew every single thing that was happening every day, so they couldn't trick me. But I mean, there are moments that still stick with me. The axe was real. Like that's not a CGI axe going through a door. That was really my face next to an axe coming through a door. So like that was genuine fear when it came through the door. But I'd like to think everything in this film was genuine fear. I mean, those strangers never took their masks off when they were in the room with me. So it was they allowed this kind of sense of separation so that like when they were in the room, I knew I was meant to be in like a heightened state already.
Yeah. And I know obviously I don't really want to go into spoilers for like chapter 2 or 3, but can you give a little tease about what to expect, about where the story goes from here?
Absolutely. So I like to look at these 3 bodies of work as especially because I play this character, but really a character study on if you push a person past their breaking point, who are they left with at the end of the day? That's kind of the journey of Maya through the 3 films. And the strangers continue to just absolutely ruin this girl's life.
Perfect. Just finally, we're seeing a lot of these kind of slightly more modern horrors, such as Blair Witch is getting a remake or a reboot soon. What do you feel it is about these stories that suddenly are bringing us back to them?
I think there are certain stories like the original Strangers that really resonated with audiences that liked it, and I think there's a lot more to explore with specifically the Strangers, which is why I was excited about it. I think also people, especially people who make movies, really like a remake, so that would be kind of the reason why.